water lilies, which I have never painted before. But I thought it would be a fun one to have a go. So I'm going to start just by blocking in. It's about a pippy puppy. My pippy puppy's being a little loud now. There you go, bub. Okay, so I'm going to start. I'll do a flower first. And these flowers layer on top of each other, so they build up. You've got another one here, they sort of go up and stack up on top of each other. I'll draw the base ones first, then they come up into like a ball sort of thing, wrap around, almost like how a rose folds out. They do the same kind of thing. Hello, Playboy, thank you. Welcome, welcome, mate. I could even just paint them in. I don't even really need to. What I might do is I'm actually going to erase that a little bit because I've not drawn them. I'm going to leave that as like just almost the outline, just so that I know where they are. Okay, put a petal floating on the water up there. Good evening from Vonda. Hello, welcome, good evening. How are you? So we're painting water lilies, or we're attempting to paint water lilies today, which I have not done ever. They've got their leaves, their petals on their leaves are like that. And hello, Jeremy, welcome in. Welcome in, one and all. Yeah, I'm just going to have a quick look because they're quite round. I'm going to do another one up here. Do a little cluster. I could have actually done them a little bit bigger. Could have done them a little bit. I'm going to change that one. Doing good. I'm painting for the first time in my office. I did a sunflower. Awesome. Very good. Love sunflowers. I've just planted some in my garden actually. So hopefully I should have some little sprouts of sunflowers very shortly. So I do love them. They are beautiful. Just having a quick look. And so this one's, they really are quite beautiful. I'm not sure how they're going to turn out on my drawing. I've got that one way too big, so I've already got to change it. Compositionally wise, you figure things out as you go. I'm going to draw a leaf there. Life been good? Yeah, cruising along. Cruising along. Life is always pretty good here, mate. No complaints whatsoever. None at all. Been doing lots of gardening, lots of veggie growing, lots of veggie seed planting, growing out seeds, all that kind of stuff. Just getting prepared for the spring and... Hang on, where are we? No, we're coming into autumn. We're coming into winter. So getting ready for the autumn is what I meant to say. I've got my seasons all messed up. I'm going to do another one down here. Again, I'm just going to do the bottom flowers, the bottom petals. And I'll paint on the top ones. Fun? Yes, it is lots of fun. So we've got our little group of chickens now. So we've got our own eggs, our own chooks. And yeah, doing lots more of our own vegetables. Growing for ourselves now. Not going to do too much detail. I've got to be a bit careful about how these. Sounds like a great time. It is lots of work and lots of fun. Do one of these leaves down here. Got amazing big leaves. We tried, but we aren't gardeners, so those plants died rather fast. They do have a tendency to do that. You're not alone. You are not alone. I sowed like 20 asparagus plants and none of them have grown, not one. But I've got pumpkins and what have I got? Lettuce, cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, carrots, corn, lots of fruit, apples, strawberries, raspberries. I'm just having a look out there to see what I've got. What else have I got? Blueberries. Beans, peas. Try, but we aren't garden. Yes. It's definitely it's a learning curve. That is for sure. I know the feeling. It's yes. Same. I've learned a lot. Tried pumpkins, basil and tomato. Yeah, pumpkins are good. Pumpkins are really easy here. Pumpkins are one of the things that grow really well, really easily because we've got quite a sunny sort of a climate. I'm going to do lots of little lily pads. Here in Montana, people fling wild asparagus. Oh, no. I love asparagus, but I couldn't get it to shoot. Could not. So I've got to wait till next season and order in some crowns, some asparagus crowns. I think that's the way to go here in our climate. But I love asparagus. So I'll give some new vegetables and fruits and things a go. But it didn't work. Pardon me. I don't really want to do one up there. What am I gonna do here? Trying to get the composition to look right. I've got lily pads around here. I'll do another flower down here maybe. Do a third one here. Just gonna rough in the shape. I can go off the page a little bit. Like that. And then I can draw a leaf coming off there. It looks a bit messy right at the second. It's got to don't get sun, so that'll probably not help. Yeah, no, we get lots of sun. We get tons of sun. Tons of sun. It is not even, we're coming into our colder months now and it's still 20 Celsius, 25 Celsius. Stick to flowers, yeah. Yeah, so we're more of a drought climate. We need rain desperately. Having said that, we do need rain. Just got to find another picture of lily pads so I can see them a bit better. They're very pretty. They're sort of almost like clover. Oh, they're not obviously not clover, but they're almost got that look to them. You have rain here a lot? Yeah, no. I love rain. We don't have it. And we don't have town water either. We're dependent on water tank. So, okay, that'll do. That'll do for a base drawing. I'm not going to do any more than that. Try to send down sometime. Yes, do it. Please do. Send all the rain you can. We need it. That would be awesome. Okay, so I'm going to start with the flowers and I'm going to start with the pink. So I'm going to go a bit of whatever that is, a bit of rose and a bit of white. To do my first pink, bit of rose, bit of white. A bit more white. There we go. Just to do the base of these flowers. And it's Monday morning here, so what's everyone got on for the for the start of their week? Because it's your Sunday evening, I'm guessing. It's Monday lunchtime here. 12:30 in the afternoon, in fact. 12:30 lunchtime. I've been puddling around trying to get motivated and went and let the chicks out and did some housework, and I thought, no, I want to paint. Drawing mostly, good, awesome. I've been looking at ink drawings again, I'm thinking I might do an ink one in the next day or two. get my dip pen out and just do some architecture, because I love doing architecture as well. So starting with these quite bright pink, and I will work down the colours and get darker and shadowy and all that sort of fun stuff as I get on with the picture into the detail. That'll look cool. Yeah, I love drawing buildings. I absolutely love drawing architecture. We've got some lovely old buildings in town. I've got to go and get some references from, get some photos, because I love drawing bricks. I don't know what it is. It's so therapeutic. I just love the detail. And I follow quite a few architectural artists, which is good fun. Sunday evening, tomorrow I have a massage. Ooh, nice. Nice. I haven't had a massage in ages. I go to chiro and physio, but I haven't had a massage in ages. I used to get the hot stone massage. Oh, so good. For Christmas one year, my kids bought me a massagey thingy that I just use now. I'm going to stick on my shoulders and on my back whenever I need. So I'm just blocking in at the second. Add some more petals. Down and around. Okay, so that's just the base. And I'm going to do a light green. I'll start with like a, whoops, I stuck that in the wrong thingy. I'm just going to block in with the very first, actually I'll add a bit more yellow to that. A bit more yellow, make it a bit lighter onto my lily pads. And block them in. I need to use a slightly bigger brush, I think. And then I've got to draw the water in the background as well. And I thought these would be a fun one, because I've not done them, but they're quite simple. Having said that, they're probably not, but in my mind they looked simple as opposed to other flowers. So I thought, oh, well, we'll give it a go, see where we end up. And I'm just using a Pinterest reference. I've got a couple of different Pinterest ones here that I'm using to get a rough sort of an idea. But you just got to forget what things are and think about them as shapes. Don't think about what they are, because your mind will constantly try and correct what you're doing. Forget it and just think shape. Just look at the shapes and the masses. And that's it. And then it becomes far less stressful. Now there is a leaf underneath this, so I'll just block in under there as well. I'm literally just blocking. I'm not doing detail yet. I'm just blocking in. Go outside my lines a bit and all that jazz. I'll just drag that bit of gouache down there. Then I'll have to let that dry a little bit. Then I'll do the next layer. Mind you, gouache re-wets really easily. You've got to be careful not to over scrub, because you will end up with mud. Okay, now that's right there. Do a pad up here. Draw little lily pads everywhere. Up there. And the water will peek through them. I'll do a couple more over here. I'm going to grab a little bit more of my green, a little bit more yellow. And I'm just going to pop another one up here, just the edge of one, like that. Another one here maybe. They all sort of join up on mass. Come around there. That. They are very round. They are very, very round. Okay, having a look. Okay, so now I'm going to grab a slightly bigger brush because that one's a little bit too little. Like the next size up. And I'm going to do my water. My water I'm going to go in with cobalt blue to begin with, just for the start. Because it's reflecting the sky. And beauty of gouache is you can go over anything you need to. Again, if I don't like it, I can cover it in any colour whatsoever. Because gouache is opaque. Doing a song-based comic, been sketching slowly. Cool, awesome. Awesome, awesome. So when you say song-based comic, what sort of, what theme, how's that work? First thing that comes to my mind is Studio Ghibli. To get some more cobalt blue. Make it a bit more thick. Down into the cut on that leaf there. Make it a little less wishy-washy looking. Right. Come up here, just fill in the gaps. Fill in the gaps. That. Specifically in the water from Epic Musical. Oh, okay. Cool. Cool. Come down and around that leaf. Just trying to stay a little bit neat now, but it's still just the blocking phase. Main way is the lyrics are written on the pages and fits with the song, usually the songs with similar vibes to the comic. Cool. Very cool. The closest I've come to incorporating music into art, because I love piano, I absolutely adore piano. So I did I got an Australian piano music, and I printed off the sheet music and I painted birds sitting on the music, like on the lines, on the bars. I did a series of Australian birds sitting on a music sheet to incorporate my two passions because I absolutely adore music. The lady I have does really deep massage. Last year I started losing my ability to walk. Doctors had no clue. Finally got a new doctor in October. He did an MRI, found a mass on your spine and meningioma. I've got a friend with that, usually on the brain. My surgeon got it all out in a 9-hour surgery. Now I'm learning to walk since December. Cool. Of balance problems. Yeah, that'll come with time. Yeah, my friend's had that for years, off and on. And he's on a stick, but he's able to get around and do everything he used to do, which is amazing. So just keep your chin up, Dale. And a good attitude, and you can do anything. You can do anything. And don't take no for an answer. Do it. I can send the work with progress so far, the comic into your server. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Thank you. That would be awesome. Each day is a gift. Absolutely. Every day is a gift. Every day is a gift. Absolutely. And we're lucky we got the opportunity to learn that, so we don't take it for granted. As me too, you know, you learn when stuff happens, you learn that can all be gone in a heartbeat. So you don't take anything for granted. Enjoy every moment, because you only get one go. Live the best one you got. I'll even have the song linked with the comic. Cool, awesome. Hello, Bacon, how are you, mate? What's been happening? I'm attempting water lilies. Attempting being the operative word. Very attempting. My faith helped me a lot. I'm 69 with 70. Awesome. Awesome. You're a young buck. I'm very immature for my age. I always have a thing, you know, I'll grow old, but I'm never growing up. All right, I'm just going to change the shape of these petals down here a little bit. I've forgotten a couple down there, so I'm just going to add them in. Down and around here. And I've been working tiny, so I've gone up a size today. I've gone onto a sort of a normal size for me. Normal size bit of paper. I'll add some ripples and water and texture and stuff, but yeah, just blocking. Just blocking right at the second. And you can see I've left white there, but I'm going to go over that and add some more flower. Some more pink petals. Doesn't matter if it's a little bit blotchy for the time being. Because I'll be going over it with lots and lots of layers. Come around here. Down to this bottom side. So a big white butterfly just go past my window. It's huge. All right, where I'm sitting, I'm looking straight out onto our farm, onto the paddocks. A big butterfly went past. Been put in to check it after stream. Awesome, thank you. I look forward to it, mate. Thank you very much, Lee. I'm trying to be a bit better on Discord. I'm so slack. I'm learning. I'm learning to be a bit more present on my Discord. Okay, so that's all right. I'm just going to block in a bit more, just add some like ripply, just fill in a little bit because you can see it's a bit wishy-washy and a bit blotchy in spots. And go over it here and there and just tidy it up a little bit. Oops. Okay, I'm going to leave that for a minute. Now I'm going to make up another pink. I'm going to go back to my pink. I'm going to let that background dry a little. Clean my palette, clean my brush a little bit because I've got a bit of green in my pink area. There we go. Don't want to be doing that, people. I'm going to go into my pink, get a bit of a stronger pink, bit of white, not as much white this time. And I'm going to start a bit more moisture on my brush. Strengthening these petals. The underneath ones are much stronger, much darker. Top ones are a bit lighter. All right. I'm going to add a little bit of white to that as well. A little bit of variation in there. I'm just going to build up in layers. A bit of white. I've got to keep cleaning my brush. I've got to get a bit of white onto my palette. So I've got a bit of white to play with. Just here, there we go. And with gouache, I sort of need to invest in some stronger brushes. So I'm using my watercolour brushes, but I am finding they're a little bit soft. I'm going to change the shape of these petals here a little bit. A little smaller petal coming down there. Add a couple more in there. You can see that goes over the green really simply and easily. Okay, that's not zoomed again, has it? It's doing that weird zoomy thing. All right. Literally just blocking again, going over the top. Strengthening everything. That, and I can add some lighter pink. And these have got yellow in the middle. Adding a bit of, I'm going to grab a bit of pure white here. Just want to lighten up. To some of the petals. I'll go put some yellow. I'm going to go orange though. I'm going to go strong. Actually, I'll go cadmium yellow into the middle. Just blob that in for now. Strong yellow. I'm just going to Google another picture of water lilies just for fun because I'm not where are we? Water lilies. Images. Okay. So I can also, I'm going to go a bit of a stronger purpley colour. I'm going to go a bit of almost pure pigment, like pure rose. Just into some of these at the back. Just looking at the colour shapes. I'm right in close to the orange there. My darkest colours into the centre. And define the edges of the petals a little bit. The underside, anywhere that would be at its darkest. Like that. All right. That looks all right. That looks all right. I'm happy-ish with that, I think. Now I'm going to go jump up to the next one. Same thing, bit of red, bit of white. Clean my brush, get the excess red off it because otherwise I'm going to contaminate my white. And go in and just strengthen these. I'm sort of most excited to try the water. I have to say I'm quite excited about painting the water. on this one. Going to change that leaf a little bit, make it out a bit longer. I'm going to add a little bit of blue in, put one over the top there, one there. Don't have to be completely symmetric. The roughing in. Paintings aren't perfect. Have another quick look. I'm going to go back to I'm going to screenshot that one. So I've got all of those on that page. Go back to my references. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to go, now I'm going to go the stronger red at the bottom. The ones that are underneath-ish. A bit of white. I'm actually going to go back into my stronger one. I'm just sort of making it up. I'm just looking at the shapes. Might even go a darker underneath, like go purpley. I might add a blue to create a purple. So I'll mix that up down the bottom. I'll go a bit of red, a bit of blue to make a purple for the shadows. There we go. So that'll be the shadows down here. I'm going to go a bit more blue. You need a bit more pigment in there. There we go. Having a quick look. I'm going to go white again. I'm jumping around a bit. I'm sort of picking things up and having a look and add some more flowers in. I've got to get a bit more water on me. It's not travelling. That paint's not travelling. There we go. That's a bit better. They really are just shapes. Right. Go up to this top one. Go back into my pre-mixed pink that I've got here. Block that in. Get that a bit stronger down there because that's gone over the blue there. So I'm going in with almost pure pigment to get that back. All right. And they're just long diamond shapes, petals. So I'm just doing top to bottom, long sort of diamond shapes. Whoops, that's way too watery. Clean my brush up, just lift that off a little bit. All right. So now I'm going to go in with a bit more stronger pigment. On the stronger side. Oops. Can't see the inside of these ones, but I'm going to draw some more little, because they are very bally, like they do ball up. I've got to do that with this one actually. So they come from the centre and go up and around. Right, that one's more visible for the draw some more leaves sort of in the middle. Okay, I'll leave that for a minute, have a look. Go into my leaves now. Pardon me, and I'm going to go into a sap green. Get a bit more pigment, a little bit less water. They're quite olivey. So I'm just going to carefully cut around my leaves. Leave little gaps of light. Just going to block that in. Going the direction the leaf patterns go. Right in close to my leaf there. Block that in. All right, now I'm having a quick look. I'm going to work this down to the edge. Lily pad. Then I'm also going to add some yellow, a little bit of yellow. Just to blend that a little bit. A little bit of white. Forgetting everything, looking at the shapes. Focusing on the shapes. They're an illusion. Everything's an illusion. You can get so stuck down in detail. And I've got sort of more of an impressionistic style. So I want to get the patterns around. That, I think. Just got to have a bit of faith that it'll work out in the end. Okay, I'm going to go a darker green. I'm going to add a bit more blue to my green. I want to darken that up. Just into the centre here. I want to darken up the middle bit, the bit that's underneath. That would be in shadow there. Work my way out, I think. All right, I can blend that a little. Wet my brush and just drag that, take the excess moisture off and just drag out those edges a little bit. And I've got to, having a look, I've got to rough up these outside edges. So I'm going to use this darker green as well. Just onto the bottom where the lily pad sort of touches the water. I've got to get a bit stronger than that, a bit more pigment. Come up into there a little bit, split that leaf a bit. I'm going to grab a bit more blue. There we go. Super dark right into the middle there. Having a quick look. darker down on the bottom part of that leaf. Okay, so I'm going to leave that one. And I'm going to jump onto the next one. And I'm going to do... I love your little dancing spaceman. That's a bit cute. Okay, going to go my stronger green. Oh, that's got a bit pastel-y. I've got a bit of white on there. There we go. Come around that leaf a bit. Petal, rather. Darker around the edges, the back edges. Like that. Love it. Have to sign off. No worries. No worries. Have an awesome day, night, whatever it is, doll. Thank you for popping in. Always lovely to hang out, mate. Have a great night. Enjoy. Okay, I'm going to go with my lighter green. I just need to strengthen up these leaves now. All right. Add a bit of yellow in there. And I'm cleaning my brush off between every time I reach into the pot for my colour. Just going to change the edge of this a little bit, rough it up a little bit more. It's not quite so perfect as I've got that. A bit darker around this outside here. All right, move up onto these other petals. Leaves. All right, go into my lighter green. Just got to get a few different blobs of it on my pan. There we go. Strengthen this one up. Put that stem, comes down to there. And I'm not much of a flower artist, so this is a learning curve for me also. You've got to get outside your comfort zone and try different things. I'm a big believer in that. Block the rest of that in. Look, I'm going to change the shape of that bit. I'm going to take that up a bit more, like that. Just the shape of fraction. That's the beauty of gouache, is you can. Need to make that one a little bit larger, like that. So joining everything in. I'm going to go my darker green now, a bit of blue. Around this edge. Might even grab a bit more blue. Really strengthen that up. There we go. Having a quick look. Darken up that stem coming down to here. Okay. They really are just circles, like there really is not much to them. Rough up that side, that shape. Keep it abstract looking. Go the yellow. Bit of yellow. Maybe not that much yellow. Maybe a little bit more orange than that. blend that out a bit. Change the shapes just a little bit of the outside of the edge of these. Like that. Blend that back out a bit. Take that back into the middle and blend it. Like that. All right, having a look. I'm going to go back to my other reference that I had. Have a look at lily pad leaves. All right. Go on to this one. Between. Just strengthening up, just building up. Some people make painting flowers look super easy. I'm just psychologically thinking, think shapes, forget what it is, think shapes like an animal. You just focus on the shapes, not what it is. They have a very definite split in the petal, in the leaves though, which is really interesting. Like when you're looking at things to draw them and paint them, you see the anatomy as things, and sometimes it's like, it's really fascinating. See how things work, how they're put together. All right, darker green around this bottom edge. All right, and underneath these petals, be shadow. Much. Like that. All right. I'm just going to tidy up a bit as I go anyway. Adjust shapes and things. I'm going to add a little bit more detail on top of these. Just continue working my way around all the leaves, just building up the layers of intensity. The outside edge. That one's going to be much darker down there. Leave a little bit of the light on the outside edge of these ones. I reckon. Just be darker down under here. That, and come down into there dark. And then I've got to do the shadows on the water as well. That's another thing, they look a bit weird because they haven't got the shadows on the water yet. Right. Getting there, peeps, we're getting there. This one in. that one a bit bigger. Like that. Block this one. And then we're just about to I can do the reflections on the water stage. And then I'll go back and put more detail. I've got to do white. I've got to have reflections. And ripples and all kinds of funness. So just add I'm just going to add little snips of white here and there. Water. You can see the reflections of the sky, and literally they're just little blippy blobs. Just little blippity blobs. Nothing particular. And then underneath, I'm going to go super dark. I'm going to grab my blue. I might even grab indigo, actually. Grab some indigo. I reckon. For the shadows underneath the lily pads. So go super dark where the shadows are. And that helps things to pop. Where's my indigo up there? Got to be careful I don't dip into the wrong colour. And go super dark here. That. All right, having a look. This is where you start to get your three-dimensional effects. And it's going to be dark underneath. I'm just having a quick look. Dark under here. Where it meets the water. Quite dark under there. Darken up under here as well. Shadows under here. Like that. That, okay, having a look. Now I've got to do some light now. I'm going to go a bit of white. Clean my brush, clean my palette a little bit because I've got stuff going on everywhere. Get rid of one of my greens. Clean my brush, get some white. Let's have a little touch of blue in it. I've contaminated my white just a fraction. That's okay, and I'm going to add just a little bit of highlight on the tops. The bottom's shadow and the tops have got highlights where the sun would be hitting. That. All right, I'm going to pop a little bit more. Just having a look on this one. Didn't do the shadow. I've got to do more shadow on the bottom of this one. Indigo. Shadow coming down in there. I need more contrast down there. Darker shadow down there. got to fix this one up. I've made a bit of a mess of this one here. So now I'm just going to tidy this up. Shadow back in there. Like that. Okay, having a look. I'm going to go a lighter green, a bit more green, a bit of a sappy green. I want to get this one looking a bit more interesting. It looks a bit strange, a bit flat. Okay. Now I'm going to do some darker shadows on the water as well. So I'm going to do some little flecks of darker. Those reflections on the water. Like that. Maybe make it even darker on this side. I'm going to get a bit of ultra. Darken up the water over here a little bit. Coming onto this side of the page. A bit more ultra. A bit more dark, stronger blue. The shadow side. Add a bit more white back onto there in a minute. Having a quick look, that looks all right. It's looking all right. All right. Now I'm going to go back onto my flowers for a little bit. And what am I going to do? I'm going to go a bit of scarlet, I think. No. I'm going to go back into my rose. I'll mix a bit of scarlet into that. I just want to strengthen this up a little bit, change it a little bit. Get some of those ones underneath a bit stronger, a bit darker. Looks amazing. Thank you. We're getting there. It's a battle because I'm very much learning flowers. I'm just going to make this a purple. I'm going to make a purple here. I want to get some stronger colours. Because I usually do wildlife and animals, so this is a fun challenge for myself. Okay, now also I've got to do that on this one. Just to get that little bit of something going on. And down here as well. Okay. It's very vibrant. Very vibrant. Okay. Having a look. I might try and I'm going to clean up my mess that I've got here on my palette. Give my palette a wipe. So what's your thing? What do you do? Capybara. I love capybaras. One of my favourite animals. Oh my God, I've painted them before. They're gorgeous animals. Great name. Love capybaras. They are adorable. Okay, having a quick look. I'm going to add some vibrant pops now. I'm going to get some pops of, I reckon, I'm going to go yellow. I've got to get a bit of yellow. I'm going to go my cadmium. Into the centre of these over here. Cad yellow. Okay. I'm going to go a little bit of yellow onto my leaves. Onto the lily pads. Get some of the highlights back. An almost pure pigment. Like that. It starts to give us our little pops back. They don't have to be in any particular exact spot. Have you considered black to give depth to the water? I tend to avoid black, but I do use like navy blues and things. And I might even, now that you've said that, it does need to be more dark, doesn't it, down here? So I'll use my indigo though. I'll use a dark blue, and I'll add a bit of brown to it, which makes a natural black. Because black's very flat. It doesn't have guts to it. So I will. Okay, I'll do that now. We'll do that now. I'll go to my indigo, clean my brush, go to my indigo, which is a very dark blue. I can add a bit of burnt umber to that, and that will make a dark grey, almost black. More indigo into that. There we go. All right. Whoops. A bit more water. So yeah, that's a much darker. Thank you for the inspiration, mate. Reflected light suggests a lower angle. It certainly does. So I can darken up. Just got to be careful not to overdo it. So this whole bottom left pretty much can be darker. And then into the ripples, yeah? Into the ripples coming up and about. That's why I love this community, because everyone helps and inspires everyone else. Okay, that does already look better. Thank you, mate. That does already look better. Okay. Now I'm just having a look at my indigo. I need to pop it down here too, don't I, a little bit? Drag it up. I can do some ripply bits. Lighter near the top. Yeah, so I'll leave that top like it is. I can add a little bit of dark into here. All right, having a look. I'll add some like light ripples on the water up the top. That. Okay, having a quick look. Now, how now, brown cow, I've got to do, I'm going to get some pure on my palette, white on my palette. I just want to do some light catching. Because these petals, even though they're pink, they do have white on them. You've done this before? No, I've never done them before. Oh my God. Never. This is my first ever foray into water lilies. I've never drawn them, never painted them, never, ever, 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 ever. It's definitely a learning curve. It's fun because, you know, get outside your comfort zone and all that jazz. But get some more moisture on my brush. And up here. Yeah, flowers are not my forte, but I want to learn. So here I am. All right. Quick look. I'm going to go back in with that indigo into the darker shadows under direct touch contact, like with where the leaves meet, the petals leave the leaves meet the water. Sitting back and having a look, I reckon I'm going to call that, because as far as flowers go, it's a flower. And I haven't got, I need to, I sort of, I'm just going to see if I can, that's not going to work. I just want to make a pink. It's not quite so, I don't know what I'm trying to do here, but fiddling now. When you start fiddling, it's time to stop, hey? So I reckon I've got to tidy up in here. I've just realised I've got a bit of a mess going on right here. The light's on this side more than the other side. That's what I've done wrong. I've got too much light on one side. I've got to darken up. I've got to go back and darken up this side a little bit. Take back some of that. I've got too much light all over the flowers. So I'm just going to take those back down the left-hand side. Like that. Got a bit there, hang on. Getting in an angle because I've got a bit of glare coming off my window. So I'm going to darken up this side. And lighten up the other side a little bit. Flowers are hard. I'm just saying, flowers are hard. They're fun and they're challenging, but for me, they're hard. I much prefer, give me a horse any day of the week. It's a draw. Give me a portrait of a dog any day of the week. But you've got to challenge yourself. Only way to learn is to do. All right. The fuchsia was bold. The fuchsia is bold. It's very bold. I love, actually, and fuchsias as a flower, I love fuchsias as a flower. I haven't been able to get the effect that I wanted. No, but you know what? It is what it is today. It is what it is, and I'm learning. will come back and have another attempt at these another time when I've got a bit more practice under my belt, a bit more experience with flowers. But it's been a fun one for now. All right. All right, I'm going to take the edge off and I'm going to call that done. Where's that down there? Now I'm going to call that done. I didn't sign it. I should probably sign it. I'm just going to pop, whoop, so it drops down the bottom. Hang on, I will pop it up there. Just sign it down the bottom. It actually looks good with the end off it. When I've got the tape off it, I'm going to go in with yellow. I'm just going to do it onto the leaf. Put my autograph down there. The year 26. There we go. So I am going to call that done. So thank you so much everyone for hanging out. Thank you for your words of wisdom, Bacon. Much appreciated. It was good fun. Yes, I might even do fuchsias on another day because I haven't drawn fuchsias. I've drawn fuchsias before and I do love drawing fuchsias. So, and I've got some out the back. So I will. Now you've inspired me to do that. So have an awesome day, night, whatever it is, wherever you are. Thank you for watching and I will see you all for my next video. Have a great one, guys and gals.